On the runs in 5, 4, 3.
Live from New York, it's Saturday night. No, that's probably like copyrighted or something.
1, 2, 3, 4.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 53 of the On the Runs podcast. It is Monday evening. We are back after last week because somebody wasn't feeling too well, and if you can tell right now, I am still not feeling that well, and I am very lucky to have a co-host who also isn't feeling that well.
We are quite the pair today, let me tell you.
How are you? We just came back from Logan. I picked you up. You were a little late, though.
Yeah, I just got back from visiting my parents in South Carolina, and I picked up a little bit of allergies while I was down there, so that's why I'm a little bit verklempt right now.
And I, if you guys remember, had those well over a week ago, and I am still not feeling great, but I am feeling much better. I'm a little concerned for you.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better, but oh man. So I flew Spirit. Thank you very much, Spirit, for not having a very good timeline.
Well,
the plane was fine, but just they were late both times.
I think it's all the airlines. I've had trouble this year. I've flown like every airline, and I've been delayed. I had to sleep in the airport overnight because of United.
Oof. Yeah, that's rough. Yeah, I wasn't quite that bad, but
and then Delta made me go from originally a direct flight from Vegas to Boston. I had to hop and sprint between airports and had 3 different flights. So, and they told me like 2 hours before. So so you mentioned though the airplane was fine.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad, right?
It wasn't that bad. I mean, there are 0 bells and whistles.
For the price?
Honestly, the price, because of when I went, it's like school vacation week for some places. So it was not as cheap as I wanted it to be.
Okay.
No, I think I paid $300 for like the round trip.
You did pay kind of a lot.
Yeah, it was dumb, but it did the trick. I mean, I didn't hate it.
Well, you originally did Spirit because they fly out of Manchester direct to Myrtle Beach.
Yes.
And when you bought your ticket, originally that was the flight.
That was the flight, and
it got changed.
They canceled it. They completely canceled it, and they did not offer any flights out of Manchester whatsoever to Myrtle Beach for like a couple of months.
I think they turned it into a seasonal thing where it's just
like summer months, I think.
Right.
And so I had to book out of Logan, and I mean that wasn't terrible either. But just
wasn't that bad.
Talking Brandon?
No, I'm talking
the ride home.
The driver who just picked you up.
My Uber driver over here. Good company. Excellent company. Very prompt.
There was a point in the car ride where I was like, man, we need to have microphones on us all the time.
Honestly.
Everything we talked about, I'm like, we should hold it.
Save it for the pod.
Like, can we just not talk on this car ride? Like, we talked about so much. I'm like, this would be perfect. The entire car ride would have been the best episode because, unfortunately, we don't have like a interview for you guys today. Our plan was to have 4 of the Boston Marathon runners, who you guys have all heard from already, come on the pod and talk. And we're like, guys, we can't do it this week. I'm really sick. Erika's on a mini vacation, but really just because I'm sick and I had no energy to even edit one. So
I felt bad for you. Usually you're so energetic and looking forward to that kind of stuff. And I can't do it this time. I can't right now.
Do you remember? So we'll talk about our time at Boston. But when we recorded on that Thursday night, the special 2 episodes that week.
Yeah.
I was like, kept having to take breaks. And at one point I left the room. I went downstairs. I refilled the water. I came up. I started to lose my voice.
Yeah. And
it just got worse on from that point. Friday, it was beautiful and 80 degrees. I went on a 15, maybe 17-mile bike ride. Probably not the best thing. Again, all I had was no voice.
Right.
But then, I guess we're just going to get into this now. We're going to get into
Tell me about
my week. On Friday, it just got worse. Saturday, I had the kids all day. And it's funny, when you have your kids all day and you're sick, you somehow power through.
Well, you have to because you're taking care of people who can't. So you put yourself in the back seat. And that's understandable. Every parent can relate.
Well, once the kids went down, I went downhill. and I went downhill fast and hard.
Ooh.
And Sunday morning, I had a few hours to myself because Ashley was home. I went to urgent care. They weren't that great either.
Really?
Spirit Airlines is probably better than urgent care.
No, urgent care is the Spirit, like the Spirit Airlines of the medical world.
They were super nice. Like the staff there was great. But what I'm getting at is I could have gotten more from Google than from them. They give you the same old, okay, well, we're going to test you for this, this, and this and see what you have. Well, I tested negative for everything they tested me for.
Okay.
They really thought it was strep throat. They even tested me for COVID. I had no COVID, no strep throat. They just said, you're tired, you're congested, you have mucus. All you need to do is stay hydrated and get rest.
What do you think I've been trying to do?
Right.
Well, the rest thing, that's hard to do.
The rest thing
with
was
kids,
hard.
Yeah.
But then I told you and I told everyone who's listening, I'm not going to make it on Monday.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no way this is going to happen. But I started to medicate and I started to feel a little better and I went with you on Monday.
Yes.
Was that the smartest decision I made?
Honestly, it probably wasn't.
Was it
but
worth it?
Totally worth it.
Right.
I was worried for you just because you were going to have such FOMO. I was going to go down anyways because I had Jesse and Amanda who were still going to go down and we were going to make a whole day of it. And I just knew that you were going to be sad, super sad if you couldn't go.
I'm so happy I did go, but that probably set me back the rest of the week. So much where I didn't go into work one day last week.
Not at all?
Not at all.
Oh, no.
I'm lucky I get to work from home a little bit. And I would work on the podcast a little here and there, try to make some reels. During the days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I would get like nice little 90-minute naps in.
Okay.
It was great. But again, I got the kids at night and just I wasn't getting better. I got worse. Like it was kind of waves. And I would get like the mucus and everything. And
our listeners love hearing about
I know,
mucus.
and they love my voice. I got by the end of this like 20 minutes we talk here for this episode, I'll have no voice again.
Oh no.
But I want to tell you, I found the key to life.
Okay.
So, I see a chiropractor.
Yes.
And when I went to see my chiropractor on Friday, I actually started feeling a little better Friday. And I went and I told him everything that's going on.
Yeah.
And he seemed to be like really interested in my story and like, okay, tell me more. Like, are you getting headaches? Because I got the worst sinus headaches. And so I told him everything.
Yes.
Do I feel dizzy and all this? He starts doing all these tests on me, almost like if I was pulled over and the cop had me step out and take a DWI test.
Oh, really?
Like walk in a line, balance on a foot, touch your nose with your finger, follow my finger with your eyes.
I'm really interested.
He's doing all these things and he seemed really interested.
Okay.
And then he performed a couple extra different cracks on my neck. And all of a sudden I had airway in my nose.
It opened it up for you?
Right.
No way.
And I was like, this is amazing. So I told him like all that I've been taking is a Zyrtec and ibuprofen for the headaches and Zyrtec for the allergies. And he goes, let me try this. And then he tells me he has this whole sinus thing that he's working on and come in on Monday, come in 3 days next week. So I'm pretty excited for this week. I already saw him today. He did a few more cracks and he's got this whole thing, but he told me about the key to life.
Okay.
So for many of our listeners who may have seen the movie Super Troopers or the second Super Troopers,
Oh, the second one.
they all know the key to life is a penis and an asshole.
Okay, wait. I was not expecting you to say that.
The key to life is a penis and an asshole.
Time out. Yeah, you can't. You can't.
I can't what?
Pretty sure you can't say that on the air.
What did you think I said?
Oh, I'm not repeating that.
What no, the key to life is happiness in a household. Until now, because it's changed.
Oh my God. I was not expecting that at all.
The key to life is happiness in your household.
Oh my God. Touche.
You've never seen Super Troopers?
Oh, I have.
The
But
second
I must have blocked that out.
What did you think I said?
You know exactly what you I thought you said.
You have a dirty mind.
Yeah. I'm not Canadian French. Sorry.
Oh,
goodness.
you dirty minds. No, so the key to life, and you learned in that movie, is happiness in a household.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not anymore.
What is it now? I am afraid to ask, honestly.
The key to life is this bottle,
Oh my God.
Neil Med Sinus Rinse.
That looks like a nose douche.
It is this, I don't know, it's an 8-ounce bottle, holds 8 ounces of water. You have to pour distilled water in there, or you can boil water and then let it cool and then fill it up.
Yes.
And you pour this little salt packet in. And then you take this big...
It's literally a nose douche. Like
nozzle or the head of this thing, and you stick it up your nose, one nostril.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really stick it up. You just place it in there and you block everything. And you squeeze it, and you got to keep your mouth open and don't hold your breath. And the water comes up one nostril and then out the other nostril. And it is the most oddly satisfying feeling you'll ever experience. Kind of like happiness in your household.
That is like a neti pot on like speed.
Yes.
Like that is like accelerated. Oh my God. And let everybody know that he sent a video of this, and I watched it. I go, nope. And I was like, I know where this is going. And
that
then
video was
like,
my
no.
first ever time too.
Oh, I believe it.
I've done this at least a dozen times since. So much now where they say, you take the bottle and you squeeze it and you in one, out the other, and then you do half with the bottle, then you do the second half in the other. No, not anymore.
Just one nostril?
I pour the bottle and I do one big squeeze to get the first half, and then I reset and I do it again at the same nostril. Then I refill the bottle.
Okay.
And I go up my left nostril then. So I get a full bottle up each nostril.
Good God.
This is the key to happiness, having a clean sinus.
If you guys
cleanse.
If you guys were wondering, there is no such thing as TMI between our friendship. This is the kind of shit that I get all the time from him. But at least I was not alone in this video.
You were. No,
Katie and Shauna were privy to this too. So, yep. So that was that was fun to watch.
No joke. Ever since I started doing that on Friday, the headaches are gone.
That is great news, because that is the worst feeling in the world. Not being able to breathe anyways, but just the sinus pressure on top of that.
Right.
Like I probably do need that.
I'm going to do this every week, if not multiple times a week going forward.
Really?
No,
so you can use that even when you're not sick, like to prevent.
Yeah, just to clean it out. Who doesn't want a clean sinus?
Go douche your nose, man.
Yeah, who doesn't want like a clean slate of everything?
Right.
A clean anus. Like, yeah, is there an anus? Is there an anus cleanse?
It's an enema, isn't that?
How do I clean my colon?
Yeah, you need an enema, dude. Well, not that you need one, but that's what you're looking for.
Clean.
Oh, good Lord.
Yep.
Brandon's home.
Oh, hey, Brandon.
Well, he's going to come in the house, but oh boy.
So we just did that.
Yep.
We just did that. So Neil Med, that's the name of this company. If you want to sponsor this podcast, fine by me.
Oh God, he's going to love that. Hit him up.
This thing is the key to happiness, folks. And
not a penis in it.
There's going to be a lot of bleeps on this one.
Bleep, bleep, bleep.
So how was your vacation?
Oh man, down in the North Myrtle Beach area, it's beautiful. I gave my blessing for my parents that they can stay, because I got down there, get off the plane. It was like, here it was like 37 degrees when I left. And I get there and it's 75, not a cloud in the sky. I mean, I was just in heaven. It is like so beautiful down there. The beach was, I went in the water. I went to the beach and I walked in the water, but it was not cold.
If you didn't go all the way in, it doesn't count.
Well, I touched the water, so that it counts in my book. But Hampton Beach, you touch the water, you're like, oh, my foot is frozen, and it'll be that way for like 10 minutes. And this was, I could have gone swimming. I was very happy. But my parents' house is gorgeous. Their neighbors are nice. I don't know. I'm so happy for them, and it's really nice to be able to have, to be able to go visit them now. So I had a blast. I wish I could have stayed a little bit longer, because I haven't seen them in a while, but they're going to be coming up soon, because my sister and her husband bought a house.
No way. Congrats.
Yeah.
I honestly thought you were going to say something else.
Oh, yeah. I kind of dragged it out a little
Yeah,
bit.
you did. I was like,
No, not that
I was
kind of
going to be like,
news.
wait, a house.
So that
Not
is
a
big
baby.
news. But yeah, it was great to see them. Wonderful weather. I
If you're-
played golf.
If your sister and her husband had a baby,
Mhm.
that baby would be the closest thing to Harry Potter.
Oh my God. Lucas probably gets that a lot, but
It'd be the closest thing.
both my sister and her husband have glasses and they're very tall and
They look like Harry Potter.
yeah, I could see that. So
You had some fancy luggage, by the way.
that was the nice part. So Spirit charges you for like every little thing. So all I had was a backpack. When my parents moved, I sent them down with like toiletries and a bag full of clothes, and so I didn't have to bring basically anything. I just had a backpack. That was it.
So you got clothes there right now and everything else. So you're good to go. When's the next visit? I know they're coming up.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I just booked so many things earlier, like with my races and stuff. My vacation time is very few and far between.
You know, a lot of people retire and move to Florida, but they went to Myrtle Beach. You think that's, you know, you're upgrading, you're doing better than the Floridians, or do you think the Florida life is the better life?
Nah, all I think of is Florida. No, nobody wants to live in Florida.
So they did one better.
Apologies to Floridians, but they still get they get decent weather. Like it's not just like the armpit of the U.S. It's
Well, that's
hot
New
and sweaty
Jersey.
and no, I
Yes,
thought it was really.
No, the armpit's New Jersey.
Oh, it's not super humid, but they did tell me that if you go to South Carolina from June to like September, it's going to be disgusting. So they're like, you can come down and visit any other time. And
Yeah.
I'm like, sure.
Well, let's talk about our day in Boston, and then let's end this
Sure.
because
Yeah, it's going to go long.
we need to. We are not feeling well.
So you first.
Well, Monday started. We woke up and I sent you a message. I'm coming.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be there. I'm coming.
I was excited to hear that.
And I was like, I'll meet you there just in case I want to leave on my own. I'm going to drive on my own, but I'll meet you there. You just send me a pin. You tell me where exactly I'm going. Again, it's my first Boston experience.
Mhm.
But you left early and you got there. You kind of found a sweet spot.
It was really good. So I met up. I left my house at like 8:45 in the morning. So this is way earlier than you would need to get down. We were planning on hitting up mile 19. So that was right before like the Heartbreak Hill. And I met up with Jessie. She got there early as well. We wanted to make sure that we got there for the elites. And we just took a walk, kind of scoped out the area. We found a nice little patch of grass directly next to a porta potty, which was kind of clutch. And we just pitched the canopy. It was raining that day.
Now, you pitched a tent there on the right side of the road.
I did say it was
You
on the left
Tell
because
everyone would be on the left.
when I Google Maps it, like I used my Google Maps for it, I thought we were coming from the other side. And it just, it threw me off. I was like, no way we're on this side. So I had that megaphone though, and we got the attention of everybody and they ran over to the other side.
Yeah, luckily. They're all on the
Yeah.
left. Everyone we knew was on the left side
Yeah.
looking. It was funny. I was like, oh, here's another. He's on the left. Here's another one. He's on the left.
So
And
my
then
apologies.
Steve's coming. I go, I bet you Steve's going to be on the left.
He absolutely was. Yeah, I just messed it up, and we just didn't think if we had posted anything saying we were on the other side that people would have time to see it, and so we didn't want to stress anybody out. But
So you got a sweet spot. It really was a sweet spot.
Yeah, it was nice.
I say we either go for that same spot next year,
Mhm.
or we do go just across the street a little up because the way the road was curved, we really had to lean out
yeah, it was
to
kind of hard
see
to
someone coming. So if we were on the opposite side,
Mm.
we could have like found you coming from a while.
It would have been easier to see if we were
Yeah.
on the opposite side.
But it still was great. You're right. We had the porta potty. The other nice part about being there was a ton of people passed by us, including NBC Channel 10.
That's right. Of all things, Jesse and I got interviewed for the news. Just they were going around, just like talking to spectators and seeing like how like who they were there to support. What like I don't even remember. I kind of blacked.
I was like, drop
like,
the
on
pod,
TV.
drop the pod, drop
I
the
did.
pod. And I don't think this came out. All they took was like a quick clip of you saying like, oh, we're just here to cheer or whatever. You said something pretty cool. I found it on Instagram. You shared it with me, but they did talk to you for a solid minute. And at one point they said, "Are you cheering for anyone?" And you're like, "Yeah, actually, like for about 15 people." And she says 15, and you're like, "Yeah, well, we have a podcast." And I was like, "Yes, yes, yes."
You're a proud dude.
I was so excited. They took pictures of you. They did a bunch of B-roll of you and Amanda and Jesse with all the signs. I stayed behind the camera. You don't need me on there.
Well, you couldn't talk anyway.
I couldn't talk anyways.
But you were saying that it was your first Boston experience, like in general, but I've been on every side of it now. I've run, I have volunteered twice, and then that was my first time spectating as well.
Let's talk about when the pros ran by.
Oh, you got the best video of that. He even took like a screenshot, and I'm like, you need to send me that immediately. It was the best picture of Elliot, but I was rooting for him. But he, at that point, mile 19 point something, he was not in, he was with the lead pack.
He was like fifth.
Yeah, but he wasn't in the front, and I was
Well, he was actually like 10 feet back, which made it even better for the photo and for the video. It made it perfect for me.
Oh, it was beautiful.
It was great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, I know, I was saying, I'm going to be so sad if he loses.
You said you were going to cry if he lost. You said this before, I think, on the pod.
I probably did, but he did not win.
Did you cry?
No, I didn't cry. But I was upset for
Why
him.
were you? Why? He was the best. Why can't you be happy for the underdog who won?
I didn't say I wasn't happy for the underdog. I just said I was very sad that
I always root for the underdog. Not that I was rooting against him.
Well, actually, he wasn't an underdog. He won it last year. He's a returning champion.
You're right.
So he's no underdog.
But Kipchoge was the favorite.
Kipchoge was the favorite.
Kipchoge.
Nope.
I don't know.
Strike two. No, it's fine. Yeah, he was because he's the fastest man in the world right now.
He's the GOAT.
Although
I still love him and appreciate him, but you said he wants to win all the worlds.
he does. He's coming back. He said he would come back.
Right.
He had like upper leg pain.
If he won, he would not come back. So
Oh, you know what?
it's
You're
a win
right.
for us.
Okay, we'll get to see him again.
Yeah.
But did you see coverage from London this week?
I-
London was
Not
just
much.
yesterday.
I was still sick.
There's a young guy who is coming up on Elliot's heels.
Mhm.
He has like the
What are they going to call him? El Gote?
the new goat.
The new
I don't
goat?
know. I honestly don't know, but he ran in London like a 2:01:29 or
That's
something.
not fast enough.
It is very close to fast enough. Elliot did like a 2:01:09 or
I
something.
thought that's where
or
he
like,
broke to.
He did break two, but that was on a like with ideal
Oh,
conditions.
it wasn't. Yeah.
It was not on like an official course with like an official race.
I did know that. Yeah. That was really cool. And then we started to see all the age groupers come by.
Oh, I am just blown away by everybody.
So our first age grouper that we were expecting was Amanda.
Oh, I had a sign for Amanda and everything, and she was just way too fast. She just blew right by us, and we never.
I
never
think
got
by
to
the
see
time we saw the notification that said she was at the last check mark,
Yep.
and by the time we got the sign and we're standing on the side of the road, I think she was already by us.
probably
She was
we
that
were
fast.
we were trying, Amanda. I hope you're listening, but we were rooting for you, and she crushed it out there. She did like another sub 3, like a 2:56 maybe. I don't
feel
know.
like she did much faster than that. I don't feel like we're giving her enough credit.
Well, either way, we're super super proud of you.
She's
It
already
was
back
awesome.
in Hawaii too. She goes, today's Monday. She goes, this Monday is not as great as last Monday.
with an epic Boston picture.
Yeah. Then we got to see our second runner who ran by was one of our new friends, the running mullet, Mr. Rory Vinay. That was an epic flyby.
Can I just say I was really excited that because he had said during his episode that he was going to, like, if he was in the zone, he would just give us
we
the
totally
the
just
shaka.
expected to get the shaka.
And he actually came over. I think I missed his high five, but
he was dodging traffic in the middle of the road, going from the left side to the right with his right arm fully extended, almost about to slap others in the face just to get to us and just to make contact on the high five. And he missed you.
he got you though.
I made contact.
Good.
You did not
and I
miss.
feel like that's why that could have helped him with his new PR /
Oh, it
BQ.
totally did. That's the reason why it happened. Way
So-
to go, buddy.
Thanks, Rory. We appreciate it.
That was nice because after that we got a little bit of a break, and you're gonna have to help me out. Who do we see next? Do you know?
I mean, I think these are in like random order.
Let's just go in order on the list. We saw the B-Man.
Oh, yes. Mike
running
gave
number
us a nice high
46.
five.
He literally stopped and said, "How am I doing?"
We're like, keep going. You're
Yeah,
doing
keep
awesome.
going. Beeman was great. It was super cool because he did stop because he remembered and he knew us from a year ago. So hopefully maybe we'll see him soon. Then we had Lindsay and Holly within minutes of each other. Holly, you and Amanda got to say hi to. Lindsay was hilarious when she stopped.
Because we kind of parked it by a giant ass puddle and she called us out on it. Like, you're going to make me give you a hug through this fucking puddle, she said. So we're like, whoops.
She was not afraid of me being sick. She still gave me a hug. Dave Sweeney was the same way, but Dave Sweeney he stopped for about 90 seconds to chat with us.
He gave us the mile 19 report.
Yes,
so
it was
thank
a
you
great
for that,
report.
Dave. Let's give it up for High Man Dave.
You know, one of the funniest parts was when Randy ran by. So Randy, we don't know, but Randy...
PR for CR.
Right. Randy, we talked about with the Rollet with Rory because it's one of the people he runs with and her husband coaches Rory. Well, when she came by, we knew what she was wearing and everything because of Instagram. It was bright orange, easy to find. And like, there she is. And I never had a voice. So I would just I would whack you in the shoulder and go, "Hey, here comes Rory. Hey, here comes Randy.
Yep.
Hey, here comes B-Man." And you would
I
have
would
the megaphone.
yell with the megaphone. Oh, I was probably so annoying with that thing that day. But I will tell you, that is the best $13 I've ever spent.
So you
was
shouted
so
out, "Randy."
I was like, Randy. And then I was like, "We don't know you, but we love you." Or
Because she
something
gave
like
us
that.
the most awkward, confused look.
She had no idea. So if she's listening, that was us. And we were just proud of you because you were cruising too.
That was so much fun.
Oh,
So
man.
who else did we see? We saw Mr. 305 no more. He was
Steve.
jacked up.
He was so excited and he looked so strong out there. So proud of you, man.
And then last, oh, but God, please, if I forgot anyone else, I'm sorry. But the last one we saw was probably the most special one just because of everything she was going through. But Tara came through with someone else that you know, Yuma.
Yep.
And she was struggling the past few weeks before the marathon. And she's like, "I'm going to see how this goes and try it." And so we start walking around and we went and found her. And then she made it to our little tent we're at too. And we saw her. How was that?
She's just the epitome of strength because we know how hard it was for her to do all the training, to do all the fundraising, and then to develop an injury. And I would have done the exact same thing. It's Boston. No matter what, there's no way I would have missed that because, like she had mentioned, there is no deferral if you're a charity runner. It doesn't work like that. So she was going to finish it no matter what, and she did the damn thing. I could not be more proud of her. She just absolutely went out and left it all on the course. And I mean, unfortunately, I don't know if you heard, but they had run out of medals.
Yes, I heard that. I
You
saw
know what?
it. I actually knew it before, and then
think
I
you
saw it on the
told me.
news.
But I was just so heartbroken for her that she did not get a chance to get her medal. I think she's going to get one eventually, but I mean, that is not how you want the race. And she was saying that they were starting to pick up the course at the end, and Boston is just not one of the more friendly races to the back of the packers. I mean, the one
Probably goes for a lot of the races.
It does, but like London and New York City, I think are the ones where they will celebrate you until if you were the last one, you're going to have crowds. Like they're going to party for you and make sure that you have a good experience. So I'm just kind of disappointed that Boston wasn't like that. And I mean, I understand that it's a big race, but you can leave some water stations open. Like you got to make it accessible for more people.
Well, I think we got everybody, with the exception of guys like Chara. We saw Chara. That was cool. He's a big man.
He was gigantic, but it was like you could see him coming from a mile away.
And the other one we saw that you saw last year, and she looked beautiful, and she was all sparkled and everything, glittery, was Alexi.
Yep, Alexi was pacing again for Lisa. Lisa is a visually impaired athlete.
We also saw Maurice.
Yes. He was looking dapper in a nice purple suit.
It was like, I'm looking for him, and I'm like, this guy's running in a purple suit. That's Maurice.
Yep.
Go Panda.
We can't forget about Lori.
Lori
Michner.
We kind of saw her, like we saw the back of her head.
Yeah, she threw me off because her I wasn't sure what Lori was wearing, but I recognized her as she was running by, and I think I shouted out with my megaphone, but I don't know if she heard. But we were rooting for you too, Lori. You crushed it out there too. I think she ran for the same charity that that Maurice ran for. That would be Maisie, by the way, if you guys can hear that.
I also want to shout out to Robin Petrosino.
Okay.
Robin Petrosino was one of my neighbors when I was a kid. She lived through the woods. Like basically, she lived in that house, but there were trees in between. Oh, it's a podcast. I'm pointing out the window here. But
that house is maybe like, what, 20, 25 feet?
Yeah, she's probably more like 250 feet behind our house.
Okay.
So Robin, I saw just by chance. I'm like, hey, that's Robin Petrosino. And I yelled out in my voice, go Robin Petrosino.
Nice.
So, no, it was awesome. It was worth it going there and extending my sickness, my awful voice I had all week. So I think we need to talk about the one big thing that made the news in Boston. It's been all over Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, and we need to talk about it. It's kind of controversial, but the code brown in someone's front lawn.
Oh, my God. That was caught on video by the doorbell.
Yes.
That is a rule number one, people. I mean, I think there's enough porta potties along the course where you don't need to take a shit on something.
I had one guy send me a text that says, Eric, you have a running podcast. Is this acceptable? And I'm like, well, this happens to be kind of what our podcast is about, but it's okay. I understand. But I think, okay, so there's a lot of people who, like, I guess the homeowners are very upset, and that's understandable. And I'm sure the runner is also very embarrassed, and that's extremely understandable for what's going on. So I think all we need to do sometime coming soon is create the On the Run guidelines to a code brown.
The rights and the wrongs.
Like guideline number 1, try not to go in someone's front yard. Rule number 2, try not to go anywhere where there could be a camera around.
Seriously.
Right.
Yep.
And
clean up after yourself.
Some guidelines could be like, have a spot in mind. We should come up with the code brown guidelines.
I think that is a great idea.
Yes.
We'll save that for another
If
episode.
anyone has a suggestion, we'll come up with 10.
Yes.
The 10 code brown
The 10
guidelines.
commandments.
Yes.
Code brown mints?
Yes.
No, I don't like that. We'll think of a better name.
But I feel bad for both people in that situation, the homeowner and the runner.
I mean, the runner's like viral now, so that's not how you want to be
Has the name
famous.
come out of who the runner was?
As far as I know, no. Because there's that video that, like, I did watch it.
So if
there's no distinguishing
hopefully,
features.
if that person's out there doesn't want their name exposed, hopefully, like that can remain. So
yeah, that's rough.
But
though.
if that person wants to come on the podcast, they are welcome to.
Right.
Well, that was great. Boston was fun. This was something else trying to talk all stuffed up and congested with you. I'm glad we got it in. I picked you up. It was just like, let's quickly do the tros without anything in the middle.
The appetizer and the dessert, if you will.
So everyone who ran Boston, everybody who ran, congratulations. That was great. We're going to try to get a few of the runners on next week. Hopefully we'll be feeling better, or if not, we're going to have to go with like a backup plan. We're going to need to like just put them all in the room, microphones, and say, talk.
Discuss.
Just talk about Boston.
Boston, porta potties. Discuss. We'll think of something.
Hey, we got a shout out.
We do have
We got a big shout out.
We have a new Patreon, and she is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful woman. She's one of our biggest fans, and we are so happy to have her on board as a Patreon. Let's give our huge shout out to Mary McManus.
Whoa. Tom McManus.
Oh, Mary's account got disabled.
It's
Tom and Mary McManus.
No, it's Tom McManus.
Just Tom?
Tom McManus is the new Patreon. I'm just kidding. I know it's
I don't
Mary.
want to make Mary mad.
It was the funniest little email. She's like, we got that Tom McManus was a new patron, and we're like, McManus. Oh, ringing a bell. And then we got the email, and she's like, I don't know what happened. My Patreon account and my PayPal and my Venmo and everything all just went like on frozen or something. It all got frozen, and I'm like, geez, Mary's doing some sketchy shit here. She's getting all our accounts frozen. So Tom McManus is our new patron. No, we know it's Mary. Mary is amazing. She is super inspirational. I talked to Mary last night.
You did?
For a whole hour on the phone. I briefly told you about it in the car ride, but she's fantastic. I watched a YouTube video on her. Dave McGilvery and Mike Riley, both of them love her, and they used her in a part of their book or and something along those lines. They communicate with her. She is super inspirational. I'm not going to give any more away because she's going to share it with us in a couple of weeks.
And I'm so excited to get to talk to you, Mary. So thank you again for helping us become a better podcast. You're doing awesome stuff, and we can't wait to talk to you.
She's amazing. What a fun conversation last night. And so
I am a little jealous I didn't get a chance
I could
to,
have
but
done a
I
three-way phone call.
I sounded even worse last night.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, we got one more thing to pump the tires for.
Sure.
Behind me, caution, runners on road. Right behind me, I'm looking at about 20 different street signs that say things like caution, road runners, U-turn ahead, straight, left. I was checking them all out earlier. You got all these all this race directing material here.
Yep. You know I'm prepping for the Total Image 10 miler and 10K that's coming up on May 13th. That's a Saturday.
8 a.m.
Arms Park, Manchester.
Be there. You can bring your dogs. You can bring your babies. You can run with strollers. Erika will be race directing. Someone will be DJing. It could just be Eric's iPod. Who knows?
I think it's going to be your iPod. You gotta get DJ Terry's speakers though if you can.
Oh, do we need them?
I think so.
I can figure something out.
Please.
Like I said, bring your dogs, bring your babies. Erika will kiss your babies if you want. Sign up, rain or shine. It's going to be a ton of fun. If you can't make it and you live outside that Mentor, Ohio radius, okay, if you live outside that radius, it's cool. If you can't make it, sign up virtually.
Hi, Patrick. We're just going to keep razzing on him.
It's going to be a ton of fun. Patrick's going to be here in the fall.
We got to sign up for the
race. Reservoir race.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, really hope to see everybody out there on May 13th. It's going to be a blast.
Promise you there'll be no meowing cats at the race.
Oh, she's bad today. Brandon's cooking, that's why.
All right. Well, hey, thank you everybody for listening. Thank you for bearing with us. I hope you liked the OTR Classic last week. I know Sarah did.
I re-listened. You know what made me sad about that? Sarah was talking about Spencer and Penny, and rest in peace.
But did
Spencer
you
and
see
Penny.
all the golden retrievers like the day before?
I did. That was so sweet. I just really love that happened. They all crossed the finish line.
I hope in future years our Boston experience can be not just Monday, but the weekend.
Oh yeah, that would be fun. Oh, you mean you want to go down for like the expo and like all the runners? Oh, I would totally be down for that.
Yeah. Hopefully we feel better next week. We really do, because I don't know how we're going to get in. We already had to cancel one interview tonight. We got another one later this week. We need our voices back.
We're working on the content.
Thank you,
we appreciate you, listeners.
Erika, take us home.
Here's hoping your health is much better than ours. And don't forget to stretch.
3, 2, 1, yeah!
Vous conduisez trop vite.
Do neither of you speak English?
I do. Your papers. We would like to eat your papers.
Can you show me your party papers?
You want
They
to
want
see our party papers?
Party papers.
Oui, bon vivant bouillabaisse, coule de sac, laissez faire chicken cordon bleu.
Formidable, bâton rouge, noblesse oblige, au bon pain, château maman.
Croque mes yeux?
Croque madame.
Non! Stupide.
Frère Jacques Grey pour Paul Marquis de Sainte-Terette.
Feder Duster, Croissant, Les Misérables, First Catcher, Luke Robitaille, D'Artagnan, Perrier, Friend Tarkenton, Peanut Buster, Parfait.
Eau de toilette.
Oh, de Doudadin!
Officers, I'm sorry. You're obviously
No. I must apologize for me and my partner. We should not fight. To argue is no way to go through the life. Do you know the key to life?
What's that?
The key to life is a penis in your asshole.
I beg your pardon, sir. I think you must be saying that wrong.
No. The key to life is a penis in your asshole.
I don't think you're saying what you mean to say.
Oh, oui. A penis, you know, to smile, to be happy.
Oh, happiness. Honey, it's okay.
In your asshole.
That's
No, your asshole, where you live, your appartement, your domicile.
Your house.
household.
Ah!
The key to life is happiness in your household.
Oui, the key to life is a penis in your asshole.
I'm trying to tell her that.
What do you think I say?
Oh, I don't even want to tell you.
Yeah, maybe they'll get a kick out of it. Okay. Well, we thought that you said that the key to life is a penis in your asshole.
Sacre bleu, no!